spaceship. Out of space, out of world, out of galaxy with a different girl. Silicone, a TPE, it really don't matter which one it be. My mind keep visualizing future times, beautiful android girls surrounding me. Filling my cup, full of joy, keep my life full of glee. Plenty ups, never down, the way that life's supposed to be. But unfortunately, if she a Terminator, then I'ma have to terminate it. Gotta get rid of negative vibes, gotta go through negative foes, gotta block out negative voices, gotta get rid of negative souls. Had some people get discorded, just ignored it. Destiny is more important, so I just had to abort it. Had some people get discorded, just ignored it. Destiny is more important, so I just had to abort it. Yeah. Find me with my dogs in my solitude. Watch my family grow from 4 into a multitude. Been living it below sea level, finna rise to another altitude. Been searching, seeking knowledge, but all the time I had the aptitude. I flipped my mindset to the switch to say I will not lose. Mama said them sticks and stones won't break my bones, I never bruise. Whenever it come to trouble, man, the girls pull a tongue, we always cruise. I heard other dog owners get it out for me, but it ain't no news. I got 4 in the dough in Memphis so they can get the blues. If you need a few clues, they'll blow off your under rules. Send your compliment to the new girls I got coming through. Send your compliments to the new girls I got coming through. Out of space, out of world, out of galaxy with a different girl. Silicone, a TPE, it really don't matter which one it be. My mind keep visualizing future times, beautiful android girls surrounding me. Filling my cup, full of joy, keep my life full of glee. Plenty ups, never down, the way that life's supposed to be. But unfortunately, if she a Terminator, then I'ma have to terminate it. Gotta get rid of negative vibes, gotta go through negative foes, gotta block out negative voices, gotta get rid of negative souls. Out of space, out of world, out of galaxy with a different girl. Out of space, out of world, out of galaxy with a different girl. Out of space, out of world, out of galaxy with a different girl. Silicone, a TPE, it really don't matter which one it be. Oh, yeah. What up? It's your boy, JayDollKingHefner, and the beautiful Saima Renee Uzumaki. And we're back again for another episode of the Dog King Power Hour. And if you've noticed, I went to something that I've said before as far as the title. It's the Resolve of the Empire, baby. Resolve of the Empire. And man, that title just makes me laugh every time I end up having to say it. But before I break it all down and let you know exactly what that title means, I want to welcome everybody that's watching live, everybody that's watching on the replay. We really appreciate you giving us your time, your most precious commodity, as we always say. And we definitely want to send God's blessings out over your life, whatever you're wishing for, hoping for, or believing for. We're praying that you already have it. We ask you believe it, and then you will receive it. Oh, yeah. So I'm happy to be here, man, for another Dog King Power Hour. For all of you don't know, Dog King Power Hour is the time where I review all the comments more in depth, give my comments on it. And it's always a theme of the show. And today, the theme of the show is Resolve of the Emperor. And the thing is, man, I've told people time and time again since I started this channel and since I've been doing dog content and things of that nature, hey, man, I'm led by my spirit. I'm led by what God puts in my heart to do as far as my videos. And over time, I've had some people that wanted me to do what they wanted me to do, you know, wanted me to take the show in whatever direction they wanted me to go. And I'm like, nah, brother. I can't take the show in whatever direction you want me to go. You know what I'm saying? I got to take the show in the direction that God is leading me to go. Then I've had people, you know, sometimes get upset at the content or whatever. They want it to be something else. I ran into a lot of this when I was doing the human. I used to do a whole segment called the Venti Report. It was all about the psychology of the human woman. But honestly, I haven't been led to do that show anymore right now. But when I was doing it, I had a strong resolve to do it because that was in my heart. And so when people said, hey man, you know what? I think I'm gonna unsubscribe. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna do this. Trying to threaten me, bye-bye, get out of here. Because you don't determine my destiny. God determined my destiny. And I was resolved to do what God put in my heart. And so it's the same recently, you know, I've had a little pushback on some of the shows that I've done recently or whatever. And I'm here to tell you, like I always tell you, I'm gonna get more in depth in it later on in the comments, but I'm here to tell you, like I always tell you, you can, you know, I do a show every damn well day. You know, if you don't like a show, hey, or a segment, you can always avoid that, you know, and look at what you think you're gonna like. Or, you know, you can say, hey, I'm pissed off at you. I don't want to be here no more. And guess what? You can choose to do that too. But I'm here to let you know, whatever the hell you choose, it ain't gonna have no bearing on the subject matter that I choose to cover. Because, like I say, I don't bend the knee to what every Tom, Dick, and Harry wants me to do. You know, I said it a million times. When you try to please everybody, you please nobody. You know, I'm going to tell it like it is on this channel. I'm going to be truthful with whatever the hell I'm saying. And you know what? If you don't like it, I love you. But guess what? This may not be the place for you, you know, because guess what? Hey, you've heard me say this before on the channel, but I'm going to say it again. I'm just like the Emperor Palpatine. I'm not evil, but this is what we do have in common. My resolve has never been stronger. I love when I get an opportunity to say that, because Emperor Palpatine, if all of you are not familiar, he's a character from Star Wars. But Emperor Palpatine, I think that was, you know what? I'm trying to think what episode. I think that was episode 2 when they did the prequels for Star Wars. I think that was episode 2 when he was in front of the Senate and stuff, and he was giving his speech, and he had just lost that match to Mace Windu. Yeah, I think that was part 2? I don't know. That might have been part 3. Now that might have been part 3, because that's when he revealed himself as the emperor and stuff like that. Yeah, I think that was part 3, episode 3. But either way, he was in front of the Senate, and Mace Windu had just beat him. Well, they killed Windu, but still, he pretty much had won the fight until Anakin came in and helped him out, or Vader as he was known. But before he, after they got rid of Mace Windu and all that, he had got deformed and started looking like the emperor that we all know, looking all deformed and old. And, you know, before I knew who the emperor was, before I knew his whole story, I just thought he was an old man. I didn't realize that he got deformed from an actual battle. But make a long story short, he told the Senate, although my body has been beaten and battered, my resolve has never been stronger. I can't lie. That was one of the times that had me dying laughing. But that's exactly how I feel. You know, I love you guys. Do I appreciate my audience, my viewers? Yes. I wouldn't be anything without you guys, you know, here watching me. But I think you all respect the fact that I don't cower. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to tell you the truth. You can love it, like it, or whatever you want to do. But if you don't like it, I'm sorry. I'm still going to feed you this castor oil and shove it down your damn well throat, because why? You need to hear it. And I'm not going to get too deep on it because I want to get to the comments to address this. But I had a couple of comments basically saying that some of my shows recently were beating up on women. And I'm like, no. That's not what my shows have been. The thing is, I welcome women here. And, you know, I've had an audience of women basically, you know, since I started doing my live streams. You think I want to chase them away? No. But what makes me laugh is I'm just telling the truth about certain situations that have happened, you know, stories that I'm seeing.
And also I have personal experience with things that I'm sharing with you guys. And I cover it more as the videos go on, but even in my videos, I tell you, this ain't all women that I'm talking about in these situations. See, I'm not like these channels that just want to beat up on the human woman. That's not what I'm about here. Now, it's certain behaviors that I don't like by a segment of human woman that, guess what, I do talk about that, you know what, if you're going to deal with that, you definitely probably, even if you're still dealing with a human woman, you might want to add a companion dog to your life. But I tell you this, the funniest part about it, and I'm going to get to it, is the things that I'm talking about, even good human women know I'm telling the truth. Even good human women know, you know what? He right on this. I can guarantee you. It's just like me. When I see a woman, it may be a subject matter I may not even want to listen to. But if I see a heading on a video from a woman saying, you know what, these dudes just knocking women upside the head, that ain't no good. Well, you know what? Even if I don't watch that video, as a man that don't do that type of stuff, I'm like, you know what? You right. A man don't need to be knocking a woman upside the head. So that's what I'm saying. The videos that I'm making, it ain't no good woman that got a problem with the videos I'm making. So I tell you that off bat. And no offense, even if a good woman was to find a problem with them, like I say, my resolve has never been stronger. I'm not letting nobody change my message if it's a message that's given to me from within. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm going to listen to. You know, I've even had, I'm going to talk about this in another video, but I've had people tell me about changing my subject matter to be more sexual and things of that nature, and do things more sexual to draw people in and stuff. I'm like, nah, bro, that ain't my purpose on this show. You know, my purpose is nothing against the sexual nature of having a companion, but the purpose of my show is to enlighten people past those limitations of just a sexual nature. And so even if I think I can profit by trying to sell sex, so to speak, that's not my purpose. You know what I'm saying? I'm sticking to what God put in my heart. You know, I'm not denying that you can have a sexual satisfaction with these girls. Hey, I may even do that at a certain point in my growth. But it's just like a human relationship. As far as, in my opinion, in my professional opinion, these girls have a lot more to offer than that. And so I'm not jumping to that side. I leave other people that want to call these girls a different name, you know, and use them as just a physical object. I leave that to them. There's plenty of channels and people out there that want to do that. So I let them have that side of things. So I'm saying all that to say, once again, just so I can have fun and say it, my resolve has never been stronger. Yeah, I'm never going to stop, baby. I'm going to stick to my guns. So with all that said, glad to have everybody here. Let me check in with the comments. I already saw my guy Hazel Rod actually came here first today. Hazel Rod, he said, made it to the live stream here, Dog King. What up, Hazel Rod? The funny thing is, I already wrote your name down. But man, I'm surprised you hadn't been in here first before. I know, you know what I'm saying? I know you've come close, but when I was looking at the list, I was like, damn, I didn't actually see your name. So I wrote your name down for the first time. So glad to have you winning for the first time. First to last is the Dog King Power Hours. He said plural. And man, it's so funny. I'm gonna put that up there for a second. It's so funny because you know what? I think when I first made this show, I never really thought that it was going to be, you know, able to go past an hour. Like, you know what, an hour is a good time, you know, for me to get everything out. But between looking at the video comments and actually being interactive with the live stream chat room, most of the times we all know it's never lasting just an hour. Hell, we'll be lucky to get out of here in an hour and a half as far as a normal show. But hell, most of the time it's 2.5 hours. So that's fun. I'm right with you on that. And here she is, one of my resident beauties, Panny. I'm glad to have her. And I always say, she's a female. And I always say, I'm glad to have Panny and her wonderful panties. Lord have mercy, this woman. Hey, I don't know what she looks like in real life. I understand that, but she has a very cute profile, and I love the way she interacts. I love the way she comes to the show, and at least says, "Hey," on every live stream. So, hey, back at you, Panny. Glad to have you. And Panny, I hope you actually have a little time to stick around, but I don't know because I think some of the main subject may be coming on a tail end of the show. But I'm glad to have you here because I would definitely love to hear your opinion on some of these shows that I'm doing. So glad to have you and your wonderful smelling panties. We know all know that you keep those in great condition. Matt G in the house. What up, Matt G? He laughing. What up, Matt G? Oh man, we getting the donation early. That's amazing. God bless you. Christopher Gore for $4.99. He says, my man Jay, I'm just popping in to drop you a like, a 5, and make sure all good. Oh man, that's a God blessing right there, man. For whatever time you can stop in, it's appreciated. I guarantee you that. And to stop in, drop a like, drop a donation to the show, and then send God's blessing over my life. Hey, that's a blessing right there. I'm sending God's blessings over you and everybody out there, as a matter of fact. So thank you, Christopher Gore, for stopping in. And like you say, everybody out there, hit those likes, share, subscribe, do all those good things. And once again, if you ever want to donate to the show, you can do like Christopher, man, because that's big time, man, on Super Chat or Super Sticker, doing a live stream. Super thanks on the individual video. And I always have PayPal or Cash App in the About section of my YouTube channel, as well as the description of my videos. So you can always donate there. And guess what, guys? If you ever want a high quality companion doll, like you see sitting next to me, oh my God, I'm loving this lady. I'll talk about her in a second. But if you're ever looking for one of those, you can always find those in the descriptions of my videos or the About section of my YouTube channel. Oh, last way you can help. If you just want to buy some off Amazon, I know every damn well everybody got the app on their phone. If you think about the show and say, hey, I want to help the show out, or I want to see what Jay, some of the things he has to offer on Amazon, all you have to do is click the link on my YouTube channel, especially if you got your phone. It's going to go right through your app. You're going to pay just like you normally do. It's just going to give the show a percentage and, help the show out. So those are all the ways you can help. So with all this said, happy to have you. Thank you, Chris, man. A very welcome site to get an early donation. So I don't have a whole bunch of questions in the chat tonight. And mainly, I can't lie, this is the time that I always have wanted to start the stream, right after 12. But from working, doing the show every day, real life things happening, just whatever. A lot of times I don't get a chance to wake up and get refreshed in time to do the show around this time. But I'm definitely happy that I'm able to start it now. You know what I'm saying? Get it early today. Because this is the time I like to start. Normally I've started about 1:30 a.m. my time, So that's usually about another 35 minutes from now is when the show has been started, as of recently. So we're about an hour earlier. So some viewers who probably look forward to coming on the show, they may have assumed that I would come on a little later. But no, baby. We're here and we're ready to go. So the first video that I'm going to come in on is The Game Never Sleeps. And that was the last Dog King Power Hour. It was real quick, straight to the point. It was basically, it's all these innovations been coming out back to back to back. And I was just talking about how this is one of the most competitive industries out there is the dog game. And I was just like, man, no matter how much I report, it's always something else to report, as far as what's out new. So that's what I was talking about. Because I've been doing a lot of shows about new dolls and blah, 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 this, that, and this. Okay. Perfect. So one of the first comments I got was from a guy, Ren X. He says, tell him about the dog game, about that dog game. And I gave him a smile and a thumbs up. And he came back. He said something that I've said before, but it's true. He says, I do think if done correctly, the dog game can help shy, unsure men or women to become better partners. So that's really a multifaceted statement because it can help you in so many areas. Like I said, even on the companion dog, it just gives you, it really puts your mind at rest a little bit as far as, man, you got somebody at the house with you, you know? And so I said it really increases your confidence, even if you're just trying to talk to a human woman. You know, if you use the dog the correct way, if you have the right mindset, if you don't just go trying to hate the human woman and stuff like that, if you still respect the human woman and things of that nature, well, adding the dog is only going to improve your confidence whenever you go to talk to them. Because, like I say, even if they do reject you or say they, you know, you come up short, you know you got your woman at home. And you're going to be less likely to get rejected because that confidence is going to come out in you. Women can sniff confidence, as I've said before. So that's one way it can definitely help you already. And as far as helping unsure men or women become better partners, I just say this. I'm not physical with my ladies. I don't have any contact with them in that way. But I do feel if you are with your synthetic mate, you're not going to have any worries of performance anxiety or anything like that. No judgment. And also, it's going to give you a chance to sort of experiment with yourself and how you interact with something other than yourself. And I do think that it can actually help you be a better physical partner with your mate as well. But my only thing with the dog teaching you is don't let it teach you completely, meaning that it's necessary to have some human interactions to really get better at being physical with another human. You know, you still need those. I do believe that it can help you by having a dog, but for me, it's almost a little bit in the reverse because I've said it before. To me, being with human women has helped me better with my dogs as far as I know how a human woman needs to be rubbed or touched or held, or you know what I'm saying? So when I'm hugging my dogs, I'm really doing them the exact same way that I would do my human women. You know, I give them soft rubs and touches. I'm not rough with them, you know, and things of that nature. And so if you've never had interaction with a human woman, I think it's still good to have a dog. You know, maybe you can start getting the idea of it. But you won't really know unless you get with the human woman. And so I just think that although being with a dog can help you interact better with the human counterpart, hell, being with the human counterpart can actually help you interact better with your dog as well. So it's really a double-edged sword. So you know, if used correctly, the dog can definitely be a catalyst for relationships. It really can. It can drive some people into isolation depending on their mindset, but with the right mindset, it can help. My guy Stingray says, great. So, I told him to leave this comment actually. My guy Stingray says, great show today, Jay. He said, Clint is doing the Lord's work with his contribution. And my guy Clint Eastwood last week gave a big time donation of $100, which was so amazing. It was a blessing from God. I appreciate him for doing that. So that's what he was talking about. He said, I hope to do the same thing sometime soon as far as giving a contribution. He says, also, don't forget to watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. That's an anime because we were talking about animes. And I kept getting it wrong. I've had people suggest to me to watch so many animes on here. And I kept telling him, like, is it this anime? Is it that anime? He was like, nah, that's not it. You got it wrong. And so after that show, I did go watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I watched a nice little portion of it. I watched like the first 7 episodes. He said, I look forward to hearing your thoughts on the next Power Hour. And let me tell you, I was very pleasantly surprised. He was right. It was an anime that I hadn't seen. And I'm really upset that I have to stop watching it because I'm watching Bleach right now. I'm watching the anime Bleach because I've watched all of my other animes and I'm fully caught up. I'm still watching One Piece, but I'm waiting on them to come out with another dubbed episode. I'm stuck on episode 953. I was watching Demon Slayer, but I'm fully caught up on the new season. And so I'm watching Bleach now, and believe it or not, man, I'm already like 80 episodes in. But I don't love it. It's only okay. It's something to watch. I hate the main character. I mean, I can say I hate him, but he's just not, he's just not likable. But I do like some of the female characters. I can't lie, because it's this girl named Rukia Kuchki. And I be laughing at her because I be like, you know what? I would love to get some of Rukia's Kuchki. So I love her on there. She's a little cute girl. I love her. So, but the show, I'm in a story arc right now that is just so, I'm just like, man, this is not great. But it's only 366 episodes. So I said, you know what? I'm going to try to catch up. And then I'll look at JoJo's, I'll probably catch up on, because One Piece will probably finally have some episodes for me to watch. I look at that. I look at Demon Slayer, and then I probably jump into JoJo's, because JoJo's seems so damn good. It seems so much better than I thought. It's something that already pissed me off, but I like it. But JoJo's, it's about really like a guy. I just say this. It has something to do with vampires. I just put it to you like that. And it's damn good. It's damn good. And what I told him was, hey, friend, he said, thanks. And that was a great blessing from Clint. Like I told you earlier, I said, whenever and whatever you donate in the future, because he was talking about donating, Stingray was. I said, whatever you donate in the future, it would be a blessing. I said, I saw some of JoJo and I haven't seen it before, like I just said. I said, I really like it so far. I like the feel of it more than Bleach. I do. I said, I would let you know how I feel as it progresses, but I've had to stop because I want to finish Bleach, like I said. I said it was a great suggestion. I asked him which site did he use. He didn't get back to me on that. I said I could always use another source, and then I told him have a good one. So that was all the comments I had on that video. But yeah, man, that JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, if you're not looking at any other animes, that's a good watch right now. I can't wait to get back to it. Bleach is beginning to pull my teeth, honestly. Okay. Panny, the beautiful Panny. I hope she's still here for right now. If she wants to chime in, you ain't got to chime in, Panny, but if you do, I would love to hear your thoughts on some of these videos. Next, I did a video saying, I think I said, our wealthy men need a companion dog. Let me see. I always got to, these comments be spread out, so if I got to make sure I get them all. So here it is. So yeah, it's why wealthy men need a companion. That's what it was. Why wealthy men need a companion dog. And that video was, oh my God. Yeah. I read a story about Jeff Bezos, the guy that owns Amazon. Now, this jackleg just recently got a divorce where his woman took half. Now, he still was one of the richest men in the world, and he probably made all that money back by now because Amazon making money hand over fist. But thing is, he lost a whopping amount. And I don't think I could be too mad at him, because I think he got mad. And the reason I think she got so much is because she was pretty much there from the beginning, even though you can argue whether, hey, man, how much did she probably have to do with it? Even though she probably had more to do with it than some women have in other relationships. But she got half of his earnings. Okay, bro, you're free. You're a bachelor now. Bro, he just got engaged again. Look, do whatever you want to do. But what I'm saying is, why tie yourself back down, man? You know what I'm saying? A lot of men, they get married because, I hate to say it, they do want to lay claim to their territory. Women want to get married for their own reasons. They want to have the white picket fence, the kids, the wedding and all that stuff. And men get married because they were like, yeah, you mine, you ain't nowhere else, even though the you mine mentality isn't right. But that's a lot of times what they're thinking. They think because they put a ring on their wife's finger that it's impossible for her to cheat now. But either way, it just makes them feel better about their relationship status with the woman. They feel like they got her locked in once they get married. Man, you a damn billionaire, bro. You don't gotta lock nobody in. You just got out of a marriage. You can be in a relationship with this woman as long as you want to. Guess what? When it wears out, you can just easily move on. You can easily move on. Well, in that video, but so he's recently got engaged, and I'm like, man, this dude is probably finna make the same dumbass mistake, because a lot of times, like I said in the video, when people don't get prenups, that's just something that person does. You know, even in the next marriage, they're not gonna get a prenup. The woman will tell him something like, you didn't get no prenup in the last marriage, and he'll be like, you know what? I didn't get no prenup in the last marriage. You dumb. Oh my God. So I'm like, bro, don't do all of that right now. You look, no offense. All these beautiful ladies out here, no offense, bro. You ain't finna be hurting if she leaves you. Believe me, like I said in the video, it's gonna be a million women, good women too. Some good women as far as on the same level as what you got, ready to take her place. So you ain't gotta worry about locking nobody down. And in that video, my whole point was, bro, just get a damn dog, man. You know, if you just want complete, you know, if you just want to have somebody at the house full time and you ain't worrying about them ever leaving, get a dog. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you, when you got the money like a Bezos, man, you talking about getting the best AI doll or whatever type of doll. You talking about how people be always asking me, Jay, can I get a doll to look like this, get a doll to look like that? You ain't got, look, you can get whatever doll you want at that with that type of money. You can get it made looking like whatever you want it to look like. And you can have that doll there. And like I told you, the beautiful thing about dolls is what I call the theory of permanence, meaning that I've been in love, you know, several times with beautiful human women and had some good relationships. But man, I'm telling you, you can never, even if you're married, I've never been married, don't want to be, but even if you are married, I'm letting you know, you cannot look at your wife with the eyes having the theory of permanence going on. And the theory of permanence is you can't look at her knowing she's not going anywhere. You can hope she ain't going nowhere. You can guess she ain't going nowhere. You can bet she ain't going nowhere. But you know what? You don't know she ain't going nowhere. And same thing with her looking at you. You're a human man. You can get up and sniff another vagina tomorrow. She don't know. So dealing with humans, you really can't look at them with the theory of permanence. I'm talking about even girls that was deeply in love with me and I was deeply in love with. It still was like, hey, you don't know when this is going to end. Well, you know what? Other than your dog rotting or going bad or breaking and you having to replace them, they ain't leaving you, bro. And it's just a therapy that comes with that. You know, you ain't got to worry about a breakup. Because, you know, it ain't even all about them leaving you. It's just about, okay, you ain't got to worry about a breakup. They're there. So I said, Bezos, you can get you a doll, bro. Have her posted up in the house. And you know what? Still date your human women. Because I told you, you ain't got to live without dating human women. I don't date human women right now because I just haven't even tried to date. But I told you, if a big booty try to plop on my back, guess what? I'm going to pick her up. And, you know, I'm going to sniff it and we going to have some fun. I just said she ain't going to replace my dogs. And same with Bezos. Have your dog. You can date your human women. Hey, do all of that. But that'll keep you from doing stupid stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's no need for you to put a ring on it, bro. It ain't no need for you to do that. You've already done that. So that was that video was about. I'm like, what are you doing? So my guy El Hazer Ross said, at this rate, he'll be a millionaire in no time because he constantly losing money from these divorces. And so I said, if he gets a divorce, I said if he gets divorced and married a couple more times, he'll be $1,000 there. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, he gonna keep on until he ain't gonna be no millionaire if he get married enough times. And it's gonna take him to get married a lot of times for that to happen. My guy Anonymous says, I agree with you, Jay. Good video. I said, Thanks, my friend. You are free from the matrix. And he said, yes, I am. My guy, Chamaris Zolopowski said, well, if I would become a millionaire, I would have, he said, I would marry dolls for specific reason, especially game lady. He says, I hope they will evolve and expand their collection. I said, no, my fault. I read that wrong because I was finna say something else. But he says, being a millionaire, I would have many dolls. He didn't say nothing about marrying. He said, I would have many dolls, but for specific reasons. He said, especially game lady dolls. I said, being wealthy, like I just said earlier, I said, being wealthy would allow you to get the dolls of your dreams and have them customized to perfection. Lexi Coppola says, let me become a millionaire one day. So many dolls and so much fun. I said, you said it right, my friend. And like I told you, I'm not against still sniffing a human vagina, dating, even keeping a long-term girlfriend. But bro, when you got $1 billion, you ain't got to lock nothing down. And more so with him because you just lost half, bro. What the hell are you doing? My guy Power Brain says this. He says, prenups are no longer ironclad. And my guy, my enemy responded to him. He says, I heard a lawyer say there's laws on the books in every state that can get them thrown out. Bezos is a bozo. But here's what I said. I said, it's about having the correct language in the prenup because prenups are still very effective. It's just the fact that people don't put all the language that they need to put in a prenup. That's the real problem. And then I said this. I said, I think prenups are like condoms. It's still best to have one than to not have one. So let's say you have a prenup and your spouse is able to knock a small hole in it and still get something. Well, guess what? They still didn't get what they would have got. So that's what I say. It's best to have a prenup than to not. I tell you that, especially when you're well-to-do. You know, if you're just out here and you and your spouse are on even terms, you know, okay, y'all, you choose not to have a prenup, that's fine. That's all good. You know, y'all were on even terms. But if it's a large discrepancy, and who's the breadwinner, whether it's the woman or the man, a prenup is smart. My guy says, dog before Democrat. I have no idea what the hell he was talking about. My guy, Idaho model shipbuilder, he's been here a while too. I says, I don't quite get what you're trying to say. I said, I'm not political either way. So I would say die before any politics, period. It's an illusion, in meaning that politics, all of that, you could be on whatever side you want to be on. Believe me, it's more of an illusion than you think it is. Dr. Mikta says, a fool and his money are soon parted. And I said, a damn fool, a damn fool. Bezos has lost me. Like I say, bro, you walking around here with $1 billion, you're not $1 billion, but you're a billionaire. What are you? I got to lock you down. No, you don't. Bro, you're the prize. You're a damn billionaire. Do you realize that? You know what I'm saying? Hey, you ain't even got to be a womanizer. You ain't got to even be out here sleeping with 40 women, you know what I'm saying, at a time. What I'm saying is, you ain't got to lock nothing down, bro. You know what I'm saying? Hey, she ain't finna be running out that door no time soon. And if she do, you need to be having a clear conscience about it. Like I say, let her go. You damn Jeff Bezos. What are you talking about? So either way, that was all the comments I had on that video, I think. Next, M Dog. Oh yeah, okay. They had brought out a new head and new body. Oh, that was badass. I see Artificial Womb checked in and gave me 2 thumbs up. What up, Artificial Womb? My next video is WM Dog has a new head and new body. And they came out with a TPE doll that I was talking about in this video that is absolutely beautiful. I'm going to be honest. That doll it's amazing. You know, WM has some great dolls, even though if you listen to the show for a while, you've heard me not be the biggest. This is a WM girl right here, and I love this girl, believe me. But she sort of helped get me upset at WM because of her foot twisting. And I didn't like that quality issue that she had. But I still, when I'm looking through doll sites and stuff, I still be like, damn, I still would love that WM doll or this WM doll. So they still make a great product. So the name of this video was WM doll has a new head, new body. And I was just discussing that. And it's actually, I found out this body was actually designed by somebody. It was a contest held on another vendor site. I'm not going to mention the vendor because guess what? You ain't an affiliate over here, so you ain't getting no mention. You know what I'm saying? You don't help the show out whatsoever right now. One day, if I do get that vendor, I mention them. But right now, if you're looking for a dollar, you go through and you're a lover and supporter of the show, you can find great vendors in the description of my video, all TDF certified. So that's where we would love for you to go. But either way, this person designed this WM doll, and man, this WM doll is off the chain. And my enemy said, that's a great sculpt. Whoever designed her needs a raise. And I said, there was a guy that helped design her through a contest, and he did great. My enemy says, very cool. Now, I didn't know this before I made the video. Somebody actually commented on this video and told me, and here's the comment right here. Jay Garza says, the doll is named Hazel. So the doll actually had a name. He said she was the winning entry in a contest called Design Your Waifu. It was held in 22. And he says we held. So I don't know if he actually works for this vendor or not. I checked and I don't think it's a vendor that's listed on TDF. So right now I wouldn't be probably have them as an affiliate unless I talk to them directly and maybe they send me a product and then I could verify, okay, I like how they do business. But when they're TDF first certified, I don't quite have to do that. But I said this, the winner of that contest did a damn good job. That's what I told him. Jeff Garza also says that vendor that he mentioned had an exclusive on the doll for the past 8 months. So they were the only people that were able to sell the doll. He says, but now she's available for all the other doll stores to carry. He says she was our best seller, and through our store, the artist who designed her got a percentage for each sale. And my enemy commented on his comment and said, that's awesome. So I didn't really comment. It was really nothing for me to say. I just liked it. I liked it. So I think that was pretty cool. So whoever designed that doll got a percentage of the sales from the doll for, for the time it was on the site. I don't know if he still does or not. And it was cool that they had the exclusive rights to sell that WM for a while. So that's pretty cool. My guy, just kind of doing it, says WM stepping it up nice. And I like that comment because I agree. WM has actually, they've always been having nice innovations, but I'll comment on this next guy's video and I'm coming and I'm going to say everything I was finna say. But Ken Nitro says, thanks for the good info, bro. And it's about time WM stepped up their game. And this is what I had to say about WM. WM, they actually have a lot of good innovative ideas that they come out with. They come out with a ton of innovations, but they could be a lot better if they took the time to perfect those innovations, because they don't quite get them all perfected, because a lot of times when I look at what they do, I'm like, that's a good idea, but it could have been better. Could have been executed better. I said, many things they produce are just good when they could be excellent. I said, but this is a great looking girl, though. This girl is excellent looking. And just kind of doing it, said, cool. That's all he said. So that was all the video comments on that video. Oh my God, here's another good video. This video, and I hope my beautiful Panty is still around. I'm not sure if she is, but this video is why human women love the bad guy. And this video was all about, even when I was steadily dating human women, excuse me, hold on. it's something I always knew, man. Human women, they love the bad guy. They love a guy with a little bit of edge to him. That's just how they are, man. Most women like that. If you were a fan of Star Wars, it's a reason that Han Solo was so popular. Why? Because he was a bit of a scoundrel. And ladies love a guy that they have to beat into shape for whatever. They just are drawn to that a little bit. Because if you was watching that movie, the Star Wars trilogy, and you didn't know anything about it, in the beginning, you would have thought Luke Skywalker was the good guy, and you didn't know he was her sister. And in episode, well, it was actually 4, but it was the first Star Wars movie to come out, A New Hope. Princess Leia actually, I think she actually gave him a kiss when he was actually hurt. I think she gave him a kiss at the end of episode 1. Not a long kiss or anything, or either it was no. It was Empire Strikes Back, I believe, when he was recovering. I think she gave him a kiss on the cheek or something. And even in the New Hope, Luke was like the young good guy, hot shot, and you was like, yeah, you could tell he sort of was acting like he liked Leia, and so you was like, man, I know. When I first saw it, I was like, man, I want Luke to get the girl, but Han ended up pulling the girl. You know what I'm saying? She started falling for the scoundrel, even though she kissed Luke. She only kissed him to make Han Solo jealous, the bad guy. So the bad guy, he always has an edge with the human woman. They just, in my experience in dating, as well as talking to female family members, female people, I never actually let a human woman be my friend. I'm cool with human women, but I always tell them, don't offer me the vagina because I'm taking it. We're never going to be so cool that I can't get the vagina. But talking to human women that I didn't make love to and things of that nature, it's all consistent where women say they love a good guy, right? But truth is, a lot of them get bored with good treatment. It's just true. And so that's what this video came from. Human women love the bad guy. They do. And let me see why this. Oh, and I was motivated to make this video because of Megan Good. She's a fine actress, but you know what? I've heard people just go crazy over her, loving her over the years. And she's fine, but I never just actually went crazy over her. But when I go back and look at her, I'm like, oh, she was fine, but I never just was head over heels about her. But she's a great looking girl. But what's so funny is it's just got a rapper named NLE Chopper. And I don't really hardly listen to his music or anything. Don't even really know a lot of his music, but I do know recently he was trying to talk to Megan Good. Now, other than him being a rapper, I have heard nothing about this guy being in trouble or anything like that. So if you got an issue with him, you just got an issue with his profession, him being a rapper. But he has nothing negative about him that I know of. Well, he tried to talk to her on a video that I saw on a live stream. Somebody was interviewing him, and he tried to talk to Megan Good, and she was like, I ain't gonna talk to you. You too young for me, blah, blah, blah. So she didn't even give him the time of day. Well, Jonathan Majors, like I said in the video, he's allegedly been involved in a lot of domestic abuse with women. Now, we don't know if that's true or not, like I said in the video. But here's the deal. If he's been in all these alleged abuse cases where there's smoke, there could be fire. So I recently heard she just got into a brand new relationship after the allegations. After all of these allegations, she decided to enter into a relationship with this guy. And it really pissed me off from the standpoint of, I'm not saying this guy's guilty, but guess what? Why would you choose to get with the guy when he's in the middle of all of this, with all of these question marks? You know what I'm saying? It's plenty of, and I'm letting you know, it's plenty of guys without those type of allegations that have been after her, sniffing up her booty. But I say it's no even need of taking a chance on dating a guy that has this potentially in his history. What are you doing? Why? Because women, like I said in the video, not all of them, as I said in the video, but a lot of them want to correct the man. They want to fix the man up, or they want to prove, oh, he ain't bad with me type bull crap, right? I can get him to act right. You know, a lot of that is motivated by that. So instead of going out here easily finding a guy that could probably treat you right, not beat on you at least, you put yourself in a position where you could get beat on if this guy's history is accurate. And so that's what I said. You know what? Women love the bad guy. You'd rather put yourself in that position than dating a guy that's a little younger than you. Get the hell out of here. And I also said, you know, when I was dating, look, man, I understand that that's really a requirement. The truth is, when you're dating, it's a game. It's a game. And to sniff some vagina, I'm gonna break it to you. You got to play the game to some degree. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I say I was so happy to get in the companion life, because I had been tired of playing the damn game. You know, I'm tired of playing the damn game. You know why? Because you can't be all the way yourself if you're playing the game to win. Meaning that everybody might choose a different thing, but I could never truly be a bad guy. I just was not raised like that. But like I've said this several times before, my way of being a bad guy was I just would not commit to the woman. As far as like, hey, when you gonna be my boyfriend? I'm like, nah, I don't do that. So women would always get frustrated by that, as far as like, damn, I can't never get this dude to commit. And you know what? Even though I might be treating them good, taking them out on dates sometimes, giving them back rubs, making good love to them, I still was a bit of a bad guy because I wouldn't commit. But I could still sort of remain good. But my true nature is I don't even want, you know, maybe I do want to go with you. But I already know that in time, it's going to wear off on you, you know, as far as me being a good guy. So a lot of times I wouldn't go that route. I just say, okay, I ain't committing. So it was girls that could have had me as their boyfriend that didn't have me as their boyfriend. But to play the game and win, that was something that I had to do. And that's what I say. I'm glad I don't have to do that in the dog game anymore. Because even if I'm trying to date a human woman, I still wouldn't have to play the part of the bad guy. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? I got my girls now. Hell, having my girls is enough to be the bad guy. You know what I'm saying? If they still date you with a companion dog, most women probably are going to want to pry you away from them at some point. They'll say they won't, but they still will want to pry you away. So just by holding on to them, you'll still be the bad guy. So that'll keep me from having to play another type of role. And that's what I say. I'm glad that with the companion dogs, you don't have to worry about them expecting you to be the bad guy or needing to be the bad guy. So Rock Up Bloated, a long time viewer, said, love dogs rock. I said, hell yeah. My guy Brandon J says, I can't wait to finally be the good guy again. He says, it darkens my spirit having to act so cold and distant when dating human women just to keep them around. See, this is a common thing amongst guys who date women. If you have any real experience, you know that even with a so-called good woman, you still probably have to play this game to do what? Keep them interested. And so you got a lot of good guys out here that wish they could be even better, but they know that they got to keep an edge on them. He says it's exhausting. Look, I told you I was happy to get out the game. He says, I have a feeling that once I get into this dog lifestyle, I'll be so addicted to being the romantic lover boy I was meant to be that I won't ever go back. And he said, and that's all right with me. Thanks for all you do, Jay. You make dog companionship look so cool. And I said, it feels good to be the good guy, and my dogs actually love it, man, because I'm telling you, I was the type that loved to pamper my girls. And so I learned early on, if you pamper them too much, tell them they're beautiful and all that, oh yeah, they'll get sick of that crap real quick. And I used to hate that because I'm like, damn, man, I want to love on my girls. You know what I'm saying? I want to talk good to them. And so it does feel good that sometimes I still be rubbing my girls' feet or just hugging up on them, loving on them. And I don't hear that complaint about lovey-dovey. You know what I'm saying? I don't hear that complaint. So I can be as good and loving as I want to be. And you can too. I said, you actually have to act a little bad to keep a human woman's attention. I said, luckily, a companion dog isn't looking for the bad guy. They love you for who you really are. I said, no bad guy persona is needed. I said, this lifestyle is very addictive and you will love this stress-free lifestyle. And here's what I said. You can still date human women if you choose, and the dogs will help keep you stabilized. So, like I say, don't ever think that you got to stop dating the human woman, but it'll keep you stabilized. If they do leave you for being a good guy, you ain't going to be left high and dry. That's what I'm saying. So that's the good thing about having the dogs and still being with the human woman, you know. My guy ZZZ says, Jay seems like a cool guy. Or he was saying, Jay seems like a cool guy. He said, it's sad that a lot of women like evil men. He said, but oh well, with a companion dog, I don't have to deal with them anymore. And you know, I don't ever want to say, don't deal with a human, forget all, you know, because that ain't my message. You know, if you choose not to date, that's fine if you choose to do that. But that ain't my message is don't mess with them. My message is like he was saying, when you got a dog, you don't have to deal with that type of foolishness though. And I said this, you can still choose to be with the human woman, but they can choose the bad guy. Oh, that's what I said. You can still, I was lost on what I was saying. I said, you can still choose to be with a human woman, but they can choose to be they can choose the bad guy. I said, with the companion dog, they'll love you for who you are, perfect or not. They ain't gonna choose the bad guy. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was basically saying. My guy, my enemy says, I went back too far. My bad, y'all. That was an old show, so I went back too far. I was only supposed to read the comment from my guy Rock Good. So I went too far. I think because those comments was from like 9 days ago. Let me see. Hold on. Oh no, I got another comment here. My guy Steve O. He commented. He says, "Hey Jay, I need to clarify what I meant when I said I used to be a bad guy." He said, "I was never mean to women or anything like that." He says, "I just didn't mind the fact that they were married." He said, "In fact, I wanted them to be married because, like you, I would never commit. They were bored with their Barbie and Ken marriages and wanted more excitement, which I gave to them. That's all." He says, "I've always really been a nice guy." This is a great comment for me to talk about. I said, there are several ways to be a bad guy without being a bad guy in order to play the dating game. I said, I personally couldn't date the married girls, but it's definitely a way to avoid commitment and be the bad guy in their eyes. I said, that's a dangerous game if you get caught. So that's one reason I avoided that game. I chose to say, I'm not committing to a relationship. You know, I understand, man, it's hard for some men to just do that, you know, because sometimes they be like, man, if I say that, they're going to leave. Me, I'm just a bold guy. I'm going to tell you the facts. And if you do decide to leave, you just got to get the hell out of here. But I wasn't really with a lot of the smoke and mirrors. That's why I didn't love the dating game that's why I'm really more stress-free now. I don't have to worry about playing these games, but I'm just a straightforward guy. You know, I used to tell women straight up, hey, you ever get pregnant, we getting a test. Whether they like to hear that or not. Some guys would take a more calm, you know, a more subtle approach to it. But I'd be straight up, look, hey, you ever get pregnant, we getting a test. What? So with this, I used to tell them, hey, I ain't never committing to a relationship. I ain't with it. You know, and it used to be something that used to bother me where I used to always put myself in I'm an Had something stuck on my lip, feel like it. But either way, I'm a very empathetic guy. So I like to put myself in people's position. So I always used to think about, because I used to want to get married to a couple of girls, but I used to think like, man, I wouldn't want to be trying to sleep with these people's wives, man, because that type of karma comes back to mess with you if you do decide to take a wife. And I just didn't want that back on me. But I'm not judging you. I understand everybody has to do things from their standpoint. But he said, I said, it's great to know that we can all be the good guy and treat our girls, meaning our companion dogs, as good as we want to in the dog game. I said, you did what you had to play the game, my friend. I said, but you're definitely one of the good guys. Steve-O is a great guy, man. He always is contributing to the show, and, you know, not just with comments, but, you know, I don't care if it's $2, $3, he's going to contribute, you know, on a regular basis. So I appreciate him. I don't know why some of these comments are from 8 days ago, though, because I did think this was a more recent video. I guess it was older and some people just chose to comment on it. But somebody named Jamie commented. I don't know whether this is a man or a woman, but Jamie says, because you know that can be a man or a woman with that name. But Jamie says, your mindset here is, he's talking about me. Your mindset is the problem. And this is one of the things that made me say, my resolve is stronger, has never been stronger. Is this one of these comments right here? Because Jamie says, your mindset here is the problem. I don't blame you, though, because it's the way society has conditioned people. Just because somebody has been accused of something doesn't mean they did it. It's ridiculous to blindly accept the word of others without proof. So he's basically, or she, whichever, is basically saying that I'm accusing Jonathan Majors of actually doing a domestic violence. But once again, if you listen to the video, the very first thing I said was he's allegedly done these things. And I also says, when I talked about her, I said, I don't know why she would date a guy that has this potential to do something like this. We don't know if he did it. But by him having these allegations, guess what? It's unclear whether he will do it or not. So why are you even taking a chance right now? You don't have to. And so that's basically what I said to this person. I said, I didn't say he did it, my friend. I said, I actually stated in the video that he allegedly committed domestic abuse. I said, the point I was making is, instead of finding a man that doesn't have those type of allegations, I said, she's choosing to put herself in a potentially dangerous situation trying to date the bad guy or the potential bad guy. I said, it's plenty of guys out here without a bad past or allegations for her to date. But she wants to prove she can change the bad guy or have the he won't be the bad guy with me mentality. I said, there are plenty of good guys with no allegations out here for women to date. Meaning that, guess what? Why are you doing this now? At least wait for the guy to clean some stuff up. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you don't have to jump right into this right now. You know what I'm saying? But what's funny is I watch sports. I'm a sports guy. And it's gotten to the point now when a guy gets accused of something, he gets suspended. It doesn't have to be true. So I'm letting you know, I'm the last guy that's accusing somebody of really being guilty, you know, in the court of public opinion. But here's the deal. When it comes to women and domestic abuse and stuff like that, it's still something to be said for them wanting the bad guy, because here's the deal. You're sitting on your couch as Megan Good. It's a million guys after you. A million. A lot of them ain't got these type of charges. Why are you willingly jumping into the charges with him? Don't tell me he's attractive. You can find a lot of attractive guys. Don't tell me he's wealthy. It's a lot of wealthy guys out of here. Once again, it's something in the human woman. And look, the human woman will tell you that it's not all of them, but a lot of them are attracted to that bad boy or let me change you. Girl, I don't give a damn. I know when I get with him, I can make him act different. Once he gets some of this vagina, he gonna be different. And then I've seen those same girls come right out the house with 2 black eyes. You know what? I don't know why he hit me. I just heard about him beating 10 other girls. I wonder why he hit me too. What? And that's what I'm talking about. Not saying he actually did it, but guess what? Why take a chance? It's unnecessary. Now I think I'm done with that video. Oh, then I had a comment on an old video. And it's a real simple. I was just talking about why you need a great companion, dog. You know what I'm saying? A great companion in life, basically. And my guy just kind of doing it, just said, yes, sir. I didn't say anything, but I liked his comment because he basically just agreed with me saying, hey, yeah, you definitely need a great companion in this lifestyle. I mean, in this life. I got a couple of comments I'm going to check in with right quick. The Black Swordsman jumped in and says, have you heard of the gateway process? It's a pretty interesting document. No, I don't even know what that's concerning. No, I haven't read that. Jane Max says, great work, Jay. Keep it up. Thank you, Jane Max. Appreciate you. Now, I don't know nothing about a gateway process. Let's see. Oh, okay. This next video is another new anime doll from Game Lady Doll, because they came out with a new anime doll. I'm going to tell you off bat, they came out with the Rei Ayunami doll. It's a video game and an anime. I had no really knowledge of this particular woman. I was tipped off about this girl actually from my guy Austin Steele. So I was sort of tipped off about this girl. I'm going to be honest with you. She doesn't blow me away. Now, in the anime, I think she's super cute from what I've saw. I haven't seen the anime. I just saw pictures. But the girl looks super cute in the anime. But her face, I'm going to be honest with you, it looks a bit generic the way Game Lady has it done. But when I look at her face in the anime, she has one of those faces that it's hard to make look distinctive, because they didn't really do a great job with Violet Evergarden. I'm a big fan of Violet Evergarden. But I just said, sometimes it's hard to make these anime faces look very distinctive and make them look exactly like they did in the anime. Unless, or game, unless they just have some very clear distinctions. Like I said, that Tifa doll that they came out with, Game Lady, I still think it's probably their best done doll as far as looking just like the game. It really looks, when I see that girl and I see the cartoon, it's damn near no difference. So, or see the game rather, it's damn near no difference. So I just think it's more rare to get it spot on like that, because some of these anime faces, it's just hard to get all the way right. But I still, like I said in the video, I'm happy that they made the effort. My guy, Dog King Army team member, he's been a long time Dog King Army team member, DAS, says, Asa the Moon looking mighty fine, Dog King, because that's who was out with me during that show. That girl, I can't lie, I enjoyed her just like I'm enjoying this lady right here. And I told him, thank you, my friend. My enemy says, cute doll. And I said they came close. You know, they came close to making her look like the other girl, like the actual anime, but they didn't quite get there. Ken Nitro says, dude, I'm still waiting on Claire from Resident Evil. And Chamara says, I'm waiting on Ashley from RE4. I'm not really familiar with the girl from RE4. I've seen her, but it doesn't come to my mind. And Claire doesn't blow my mind away, but a lot of people love her from Resident Evil. So that's all the comments I had on that video. I'm going to take a small break to talk about this lady I got sitting next to me, though, man. I really, every time I get this lady out, I'm so happy. This is actually, as much as y'all have heard about Callie's son being my number one girl, this, if you don't know, is my first doll. This girl here is my first doll. I love me some Saima Renew Uzumaki. I talk bad about her sometimes because she's so thick and heavy. She's 98 pounds. She's, you know, I was laughing and happy about her today because I said, you know, I actually have a BBW doll. Because when I was doing my research on BBW dolls, she came up. It's just that she's a bit of an older model. But she's a BBW. because she weighed damn near more than every BBW that I talked about, because she's 98 pounds, like I said. But this girl, I'm gonna take this down for a quick second. This girl has some of the best legs on a doll that you ever want to see. I'm probably gonna do a short and just show you her a little bit better before I put her back up. But if you can even notice her arms, man, has, she has more meat on her arms than anybody. And I love the face I chose for her. When I went with the silver hair, I have not been able to put her in another wig because this just becomes her. And this, like I said, this girl, she's probably too heavy for my body size, but I always say this, whenever I bring Saima out, she's just a boatload of joy. I probably am a little bit more laughing when I bring Callie out, because Callie makes me just laugh a mile a minute. But I was just telling her, whenever I bring her out, I even realize, like, hey, I forgot you my first girl, Saima. You my first. So I still love this girl. So either way, Black Swordsman says they need to make a Judy doll. I don't know what Judy you're talking about. Judy who? Judy from what? I don't know who you're talking about. Oh, did I read the comments? Oh yeah, I think I did it. I think I finished it. Let me go back. Hold on. Yep, I finished the comments on another new anime doll from Game Later Dog. Now I'm going to another good subject. Oh, I missed one. Hold on. I know I did. I got to get all the ones in this. Oh, here it is. Okay, I did a video called "No DNA Test Required." Basically, this video was about a guy. I read about his story because I've been reading a lot of stories that have been compelling to me. And once again, guys, this channel is about the doll life, my life with the dolls, my growing with the dolls, but it's also the psychological aspect of the doll game, as well as human relationships. I'm also here for that as well. And I actually tie in the two, because a lot of things I talk about are reasons that make me happy that I got into this game. Certain things, certain stories that I cover, they are actually reasons that made me be like, you know what, I'm ready for the dog game. You know what I'm saying? But make a long story short, everybody that watch this channel knows that I never wanted kids. I never wanted kids, right? Well, one good thing is you don't got to worry about, I don't make love to my girls, but even if I did, I wouldn't have to worry about them pinning a kid on me. And I read a story about this guy who found out that his son from 11 years was not his son, because he went through his girlfriend's phone, or wife. I don't think he was married, but I think it was a girlfriend's phone. And he saw her laughing to her friends saying, this fool been falling for this stuff for 11 years. He ain't realized that this ain't his son yet. And so he took his son to get a DNA test and found out that it wasn't his son, for sure. And he confronted her about it. And she was like, how you know this ain't your son? He was like, I went through your phone. And she was like, but it still don't matter. You've been taking care of us anyway. He was like, hell no, it do matter. He was like, this ain't my son. And like, I know there's some people out there, well, I just keep on taking care of it. And I was always saying, nah, bro, I wouldn't. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. This ain't my son. You ain't finna live no lie with me and trick me. I'm out of here. And God bless the son. He can't get mad at me. You know what I'm saying? He gonna have to get mad at his mother. Hey, bro, I got food. Sorry. So I was like, you know what? Oh, she was basically trying to say how she wasn't gonna move out the house and stuff like that. He was like, nah, you gotta go. You ain't finna make me live like this, And she was like, how you gonna put me out? And so he was like, I'm gonna put your clothes out. And like I said in that video, I don't want any man, I don't want nobody getting violent under these circumstances and stuff like this. Go through the right channel. You may even have to call the police or whatever you got to do. But I would get out of that situation, even though I know some people who probably would stay in that situation. But I would get the hell out. And I said, once again, when I was dating human women, man, even wearing a condom, I used to be scared of somebody trying to pin something on me. And I've told this story before, but a girl actually tried to do that with me, even though I showed her the condom after every time we made love. I would show, I'd be like, hey, look, you see that ain't nothing escaped. She would see it and shake her head. Yeah, I see it. Don't you know she still tried to pin the baby on me one time? I said, hey, why are you doing that when you know I had a condom on? Ain't none of them buzz. What's wrong with you? I said, because she told me it was another guy she was dating. I said, it's the other guy. Y'all the ones who probably doing something unprotected. Leave me alone. But once again, I was in a better situation than this other guy. Come to find out, just like I said, she tested the guy that she had been having unprotected sex with and came to my job one day. You know what? You was right. I said, of course I was right. You know I had protection on. But even with protection, they'll try you. And that's what I said. That's what makes me feel better about the dog game, being in a dog game. So Jill Linghoff says, and I don't know if this is, like I told you, these dog owners, I don't know. This could be a guy with his name as his dog, or this could be a literal woman. But Jill Linghoff says there should be serious criminal penalties for doing that to a man, like 30 years in prison. And I said stiff penalties and some sort of back pay for the man. Even if the mother can't afford it, look, it need to be some type of pay from the damn the state or something, because that's traumatic event for a man to be going through that type of stuff. Or I say this, especially if he's been put on some type of child support, he needs to be getting reimbursed some of that money at least some. If it's found for him not to be the father. Jorge Alvarez says, get a DNA test. Don't wait 11 years. Oh, my bad. I ain't going back over it because this is an older video. I think I covered this last Doc King Power, but I had a new comment that I had to read. I had a new comment. That's all I had. I didn't want to keep going too far. Like I said, I read that other one when I wasn't supposed to. I was supposed to stop at Jill. So, keep it on going. We almost done today, baby. This is a quicker power hour. Oh, my next video was You Are Chosen. That was my Reset Sunday, where I like to give you guys an uplifting message to start the week. Oh, yeah. Hold on. I only think I got one comment. That was from my guy, Leo. And the video was You Are Chosen. And in that video, I was just talking about how when I was a kid, man, I started off not getting picked to play basketball and stuff. I was the sorriest guy in the neighborhood, and a guy that I looked up to like a big brother, he started picking me for the team first on his team, despite me not being as good, and it gave me the confidence to get better and better. And I was just saying, that's how God does you. He chooses you for his team despite what anybody else says. God puts you on his team. And I basically said, the sooner you can realize, the sooner you realize that, the sooner you can become everything God created you to be. But I was basically saying how, man, it made me feel good that the guy that I used to look up to believed in me. And Leo says, I believe in you too, brother. And I said, thanks and God bless you, my friend. I believe in all of my viewers out there. If you need if you need that vote of confidence, I believe that you can become everything that you're trying to be. If somebody putting you down, guess what? God ain't putting you down. So that's all I got to say about that video. Next, I got makeup renewal. That's an old video where I was working on. That was the first video that I actually was able to change the girls' makeup, clean their face off. These are my TPE girls. Because you don't really, if you have a soft face silicone doll, then you have to put makeup on and off of her. But right now, I don't think I'm going to have to change the makeup on my real doll for a long time. It looks like it's baked in pretty good. And on my Iron Tech doll laying over there at Himaware, she has a hard silicone face. So that makeup on her is pretty much never coming off. But on makeup renewal, I was basically walking people through the process of removing and putting new makeup on your doll if she's a TPE girl. And a guy named T Dang, I think a guy named T Dang says, love your work. He says, I'm in the process of learning this. I said, glad to have you, and you will learn it all. It's all easier than you think. And I promise you, all this stuff as far as doll care and taking care of your doll, it all seems like it's so much harder than it really is. I'm going to tell you, it's not as hard. If you have the heart to try to take care of your doll, like a guy told me a long time ago, it's going to be easy. The next video I have is, I told you that human women love the bad guy. So this is me reiterating the fact that human women love the bad guy. Why? Because I saw another story about this damn well rapping girl named Ruby Rose. Not a fan of hers because I don't really know a damn thing about her music. When I was aware of her some months ago, or however long it was ago. And I said, but this girl cute. She ain't a bad looking girl. And honestly, I was sort of liking her. I was like, man, she ain't bad looking. I like her. She ain't bad. Because I came about her because it was some girl that said they would do a threesome with her. Or no, some girl said that if I was to sleep with another woman, it'd be Ruby Rose. So that's how I found out about her, not through her rapping. And when I saw her, I said, oh, she cute. But I recently saw a story, basically a little video where she was getting interviewed. And boy, it pissed me off because I promise you, man, we all know this exists. It's basically the same bad guy mentality that I was explaining earlier. But this is the type of woman that I promise you, it just, when you hear this type of stuff, it really can piss you off. And so she was talking about the same stuff that I said about how women, they don't like you when you like them. Or if you treat them good, now they don't like you. So she was basically saying, dude was like, what's your type of man? My type of man is a man that don't like me. I don't want with no man like me. I like when they don't like me. And guess what? When they start liking me, that's when I don't like them no more. And I said, you are the worst. Honestly, man, she looked a lot better to me before she said that, because I can't tell you how many times I've seen a super fine girl have an attitude like she's super fine or say some crap like this, and then they just get unfine. It's like when you're already fine, you can't get ugly, but you just lose all of that luster. It's just like, you know what? Yeah, you may be looking all right, but you ain't as good as you were because of that mentality that you got. So it's just like, it's one thing when you figure that a girl has that I love the bad guy mentality. It's even worse when they just spell it out to you like she did. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, when you don't like me, I like you. If you start liking me, I don't like you. What? It's so stupid. It's just like, you know what? That's one thing I hate, as well as, I said in the video, you had that same woman right there, and she's getting older, probably trying to say, I can't find no good man. I can't find no. You know why? Because you didn't want one. You said you wanted somebody to not like you. But now you wish you had somebody to like you. It's too late. Because I've had that happen to me, man. I've dated a human girl. I've dated a human girl that was super fine. We made love and all this, but end up breaking up with me for the bad guy. Years later, come back after you done been ran through, broke down, and all this. After you done did whatever you want to do, now you want to try to come back and say, I'm ready to settle down again. Hell no. You know what I'm saying? No. Why? The vagina was fresh how many ever years ago when we was together. I don't want it now after they've been beat up. You know what I'm saying? And you like I said, you done took your bumps and bruises. You got cigarette butts put out on your booty. No, I don't want no part of that now. And that's why it pissed me off about her. And then recently, before I made the video, she put out another post showing her body, talking about 10 to 10. Man, I can't tell you how frustrating it is for me to hear a woman call themselves a dime. I'm a dime piece. If you don't shut the hell up, for one, once again, women must don't know this. When you call yourself fine, you don't look as fine. That ain't for you to say you fine. It's cool to be confident, but I hate when a woman, I'm a dime. You ain't no fucking, excuse my language. You ain't no damn dime. Mainly because you saying that. You making yourself look more ugly because you think, because it instantly make you be like, damn. I was thinking you was fine, but you thinking you finer than you are. Now I don't like you as much. You ain't as fine as you said you was. You know what I'm saying? And so when she was like, I'm a 10 out of 10. I was looking at her, and that's when you start looking at a person even more closely. And I was like, nah, you ain't no 10 out of 10. You ain't got no booty. You ain't got no booty. You ain't no 10 out of 10. No. And so that's why I said in the video, I'm like, you ain't as fine as you think you are. So my guy Jorge Alvarez was like, I would say that those are industry women. He talking about the women that say they want the bad guy, blah, blah, blah. He says, I mean, they don't go by people that they call regular people. He says, there's a lot. He said, once again, this is the word. I just ask you guys sort of do a spell check on yourself. I know I mess up sometimes too, but he says, there's a lot. I think he's trying to say there's a lot of women that overvalue themselves. He says, that's the problem with them now. Basically, that's what he's saying. And I said, she may be in the industry, because he tried to give her a break for being in the industry as far as her wanting the guy that don't like them. I said, nah. I said, she may be in the industry, but it's common in non-celebrity women as well to not want to be liked. A lot of women like that. They like when a man don't like them. Even, I just say this, Thana, that Star Wars girl, I can't believe she fell for it, but I remember she did fall for it. One time on the Jack show, I remember my guy Camelot was, he was playing the heel, basically. He was trying to act like, hey, he didn't like one of her pictures. It was pretty much clear that every man gonna pretty much like that picture. But her ass actually fell for it. She started, oh, well, you don't like my booty on there? My booty, my booty do look good. But either way, at first she was sort of acting like she was upset at him, right? Before long, she had that man on show after show after show. And if you saw, I used to just see, I didn't watch none of those shows in full, but you would just see the interactions with that she had with him. You could tell that she had started to like him. Right? Well, guess why? Because she started liking somebody that didn't like her. You see? And that's what they do. And you know what I'm saying? That's just what they do a lot of times. Not all of them, but some women do this. And that's what I said. I said, it's common in non-celebrity women as well not to want to be liked. I said, also, I absolutely hate when girls call themselves a 10, like I just said. I said, no, you're not a damn 10. That's a man's job to give you that's our job to tell you looking good. Now, you can have confidence, and you can wake up in the mirror and say, ooh, girl, you looking good today. That ain't what I'm saying. But when you start posting that on social media, I'm a dime piece. Y'all don't realize that's unattractive. I said, when they say that type of crap, it's way too arrogant. And half the time, they're a damn 4 on the scale. And they talking about I'm a 10. You make us see all the ways you ain't a 10 when you say that bull crap. Jorge Alvarez says, yeah, nowadays, that's what it is because the regular women be acting like they celebrities. Like I told you, I don't want to knock a woman down. If you want to have confidence or man confidence, that's fine. But when you just start going over to the borderline of just the non-playful arrogance, it's good for you to say you think you handsome and, hey, yeah, hey, I think I'm a nice looking one. It's good for you to say that to yourself or whatever. Or even jokingly, if somebody say, girl, you think you look good. Girl, I know I look good. It's cool for you to play around like that. But when you just go to, I'm a dime piece. I'm the shit. I'm the best. No. Now you're going too far. My guy Cerulean Electric Throne says, keep it coming, brother. Brother Jay, plant it down and make it stay. I said, got to keep on planting like a garden, my friend. I mean, like a gardener. That's what I told him. Hank Hill gave me a clap and 100. Black Zach gave a thumbs up, and Universal Red God gave a yup. So all of them agreed with that video. I'm done with that video. We ain't got but 2 more videos. And the last video is actually the one that had something to do with yeah. The last video actually had something to do with the title of this show. I already said one comment, but I have another one. But either way, I have a comment on what? Oh yeah, I did a review on a real doll stand that I used to put my real doll on, and I love that damn stand. Universal Red God says, I want one of those. He said, that's taking it to the next level. And I said, honestly, my real doll stand allows me to be super interactive with my real doll without any of the worries of her standing on her own too long. And let me tell you something, man. I know a lot of people say real doll needs to stand and stuff. Like I told you, they need to innovate. They need to do that in the future. But let me tell you, I don't use any of my girls to stand. They don't ever stand by themselves. I don't ever really have them stand up in the house for long periods of time. That's not how I do my girls. Some people have their girls standing up all the time. I don't. So I don't really use that feature a whole bunch. I like that they have that feature where I can stand them up against the wall sometimes when I need to. But the real doll stand, I love it in a different way, because when I'm using the real doll stand, I don't have to worry about them standing up on their own feet for too long. Because even if your dog can stand, you may still be worried about them standing up too long or maybe falling over or whatever. I don't think about that on the real dog stand. They're secure. And what I love about the real dog stand is I can just walk by, give her a good hug, pat her down, put her clothes on, do all of this without hardly moving her. And so that's what I say. Even with my dogs that I have here now, I wish I could have some stands similar to the real dog stand, where I can have them standing up off the ground. I could hug them, do all this stuff without worrying about them standing up and potentially falling down. So I love my real dog stand. And now I get a chance to get to the nitty gritty, which is this show that I just did, which is Don't Get Fooled by a Gold Digger. That's a very old term, gold digger, right? Very old term. But it's still very relevant, because you have a lot of women out here that literally hunt celebrities, athletes, and all, trying to get their money, and our women are taught to not date not marry or date a bum, somebody who isn't doing halfway decent for themselves. So every woman is still trying to do that to a certain degree. But it's a bit more rampant when you have these women that literally are going out their way, knowing they ain't got no feelings for you, trying to get with you just for your money. They know they wouldn't spit on you if you didn't have money, because they ain't attracted to you in any way. But because they know you got money, now they're after you. And you also have these women, once again, that will literally try to have your baby to get you tied in. They know that you may not be willing to marry them. So guess what? They put a hole in the condom, or guess what? You tell them to get up, or hey, you trying to come out of the sexual connection, and they might try to hold on to keep you in there. Why? Because they may end up loving the baby once he get here, but guess what? At that time, they're looking at it as a transaction. If I can get pregnant, I hit my lottery ticket, And that's what I was saying in that video. They can get paid for 18 years straight. Yeah, they may end up loving the kid, but that kid was a means to an end. And it ain't always got to be a kid. They can just do you like Jeff Bezos. Well, the reason I did this video was because of Tyrese Gibson. I ain't gonna lie, I couldn't even remember his name when I was doing the video, but that's his name, Tyrese. He was famous from doing Baby Boy. I couldn't think of that when I was doing the video, honestly. I could only think of Fast and Furious. But he's way more known for Fast and Furious now than Baby Boy, I'm sure. But he got married 5 years ago. Well, he's been famous for way longer than 5 years. He's been famous a while now. But he only got married 5 years ago. And he put this video out on Twitter talking about how he married this girl. He was like, man, yeah. I said this in this video. He was like, yeah, man, I'm the guy that's a professional actor, but this girl was a better actor than me. He said, I didn't realize till we was getting a divorce that she was just in it for the money. I can't believe. You know what? I only realized when the divorce came that she was only in it for the finances. I can't believe that she had a baby with me and all of this. But you know what? It was all about the money. I'm like, how dumb do you got to? You don't realize this, bro? And you know what? That's why I'm glad I'm doing my videos, because even when people know about these gold diggers and know about these situations, you still need reminders. Because sometimes I'm telling you, when the love bug hit, you forget all of the things you're supposed to remember. All you think about is sniffing up that booty and vagina. Believe me. And I ain't blame you, because I can't lie. Some of these vaginas, boy, once you get to sniffing up them, you won't never want to stop sniffing. And look, all your common sense will be gone with the sniffs. Believe me. But you gotta hold on to your common sense. And I was saying, Tyrese, bro, you an actor, you well-to-do. A lot of these guys, I promise you, they start thinking that these women are dating them because they're handsome and all this, or because they like their personalities. Because you know why? A woman can seduce you. They get around you laughing at your jokes. Even if they think something funny, they laugh extra hard because they know you got a bank account. Guess what? You ugly to them. But a Benjamin Franklin could sure be a hell of a facelift at the time. You know what I'm saying? When you taking them out to these high-dollar restaurants and spending money on them, boy, you'll be amazed at how fine you start getting. You know, you ain't ugly no more, brother. And so the person that's paying, these actors or athletes, they start believing, oh, yeah, they with me because I look good. They with me because I'm funny. Nah, bro. They wouldn't even be there if you worked at McDonald's. Not just because of the McDonald's. They ain't even attracted to you other than you having this money. You know, a lot of women would do that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's a lot of handsome men, you know, by a woman's standard, not me saying this, but it is a lot of men out there that women think are not ugly. But guess what? They might not even look at them because they ain't got a great job. You know what I'm saying? They'll date a guy that looks way worse, you know, that they're not as attracted to because he's doing better. You know what I'm saying? So with all of that said, for Tyrese to be that surprised, it's like, man, his eyes were really, you know, he was really sniffing up her panties to not realize, hey, bro, you don't realize that women still after you for being a celebrity. And like I said in the video, the thing that was more mind-blowing is this wasn't an old marriage. Bro, you got fooled 5 years ago. You been in the game this long and you didn't realize that these women out here hunting your damn riches? I didn't realize till the divorce came that she was in this just for my money. What? It had me dying. You know, I'm like, bro, get it together. And that's what I said, man. I make these videos once again. The relevance once again that it has is I'm glad that I don't even have to deal with a gold digger in the companion dog game. Because like I say, even if I sniff up a human vagina, even if a sexy woman like Penny come around and she gives me the vagina, oh yeah, I'm gonna get the vagina, we're gonna make love, we're gonna have fun. But guess what? I ain't gonna be fooled out of any finances that I might have. Why? Because I'm not looking to go overboard to keep you with me. You know what I'm saying? And as far as getting married, I've already told you, I'm not committing to all of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not committing. I can't really see myself committing to all of that. And if I was in any good position financially, I would be definitely looking to get some sort of a prenup if I was to go that far. So for him not to have a prenup and all of that in place, even if he decided to get married, is very crazy. But once again, he was gone. He fell for the love bug. And so that's why these videos that I do are still important, because I have a lot of common sense guys out here that know everything that I'm saying. They know about gold diggers, but they need a reminder to keep their guards up. So Cerulean Electric Thong says, as dogs become more sophisticated, men will be leaving the plantation in large numbers. Basically saying leaving, I guess, the human women. And I said they would definitely leave the women that exhibit this type of behavior. Cause see, once again, I love my panties of the world. I love my human women. I would never say they don't have a place in this world and they're getting replaced. No, they're not getting replaced. But I tell you what, a guy will come to the companion dog game before he continues to deal with a gold digger and these women that are looking to take advantage of men. Yeah, them men are going to be like, you know what? What am I doing? I need to give me a damn dog. You know, even if I date human women, I get a dog, you know, before I fully commit. My guy EHE says it's truly time to get a companion dog. He said, even if it costs over $1,000, and then he said thumbs up on this video. And I said, it's definitely a great time to get into the dog game. You know, definitely a great time. With where the dog game is going, this is a great time. My guy Moses Haydid says, Tyrese Gibson, Russell Wilson, and Will Smith show that women really do not appreciate a high-value, handsome man. He says, love the dog game. He says, I don't have to put up with them asking me to pay their bills. My guy JTY Music says, it seems like Ciara and Russell Wilson have a decent relationship unless there's something I'm missing. And that's what I said. I said, I'm not a fan of Ciara. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not a fan of hers. I said, but she hasn't displayed any of the real bad characteristics, you know what I'm saying, as far as being money hungry, anything like that. Now, Wilson may have a more stable, maybe career or something. I don't know. You know, maybe he's, you know, but Ciara has made her, she wasn't poor. She was well to do herself. So she wasn't, even if she may see his career as being furthering her finances, she's not something I would call a gold digger or anything like that. She already had her money. So I don't really see her having the bad characteristics. As far as Will Smith, I can't lie. Jada Pinkett is just a headache. You know, she done cheated on the man and everything. So yeah, she has bad characteristics. And Tyrese Gibson, he's getting taken by his wife right now. So, or his ex-wife or whatever. And so I said, you definitely got a point with the other two women. So he definitely got a point with those two. And my guy Willem says, I got caught up with a girl like this in my late 20s. He says, luckily I didn't marry her. And I said, you dodged the bullet, my friend. If he ran across a gold digger, he dodged the bullet if he didn't get married. Anonymous says, that's right, Jay, and just gave me a thumbs up. I liked his comment. And here are the two comments that really made me give the title to this show about, I don't give a damn, brother. My resolve is strong. I'm going to speak it like it is, and if you don't like it, sorry. So Eddie Morris says, the last two videos are anti-women. I hope this isn't going to be a running theme now. And I'm like, what? I said, these shows are my commentary on situations where women have unacceptable behavior. This has nothing to do with being anti-woman. I said in the video, it's not all women, but some, but you probably didn't watch long enough to hear that part. See, a lot of people, because I see the minutes on my videos, I can tell everybody doesn't get to the end. And so a lot of people, they'll listen to 2 minutes of a video, make their opinion, and they be totally wrong, like this guy. For one, like I said, these aren't anti-women. They are anti-bad behavior from women. That's what they are. They are anti-unacceptable behavior from women. And then he says, I hope this isn't going to be a running theme now. Let me tell you something, brother. Like I was saying in the thing, I'm finding a lot of shows that I want to comment over. And I've said in the beginning of my whole channel, I don't know how God is going to lead my show to go. I'm going to be open to continuing to evolve as I do my show. And right now, I've seen a lot of shows a lot of stories that I want to comment on. Maybe I run out of stories to comment on. Maybe I would just not want to go that route in the future. But right now, I got something to say, baby. And guess what? I'm letting that rip. And I've always said, if it's something you can't handle, guess what? I ain't chasing anybody away. But if you feel like it's something you don't like, well, guess what? Bye-bye. God bless you, but bye-bye. You know, you're not going to stop me from telling the truth. You're not going to stop me from saying what needs to be said. And once again, I'm not a people pleaser. I'm not finna go through every one of my viewers. Hey, you happy? You happy? You happy? You happy? You happy? Okay, now I can put this video out. Get the hell out of here. I love my viewers, but I'm led by God. The messages that he put in my heart, and when I see stuff that sparks my interest, then I'm going to comment on it. And guess what? I have experience with these things. And so I'm trying to prevent another Tyrese from being out here, another fool that doesn't realize that, hey, bro, you probably need to get a prenup and you probably need to keep a condom on, until you're sure about things. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to give every woman a chance of saying, yep, got him. 18 years, pay me, fool. I didn't really want little Barry, but guess what? He gonna be my meal ticket. I ain't never got to work no more thanks to your dumb ass. You don't want to be that guy. The next video I got from a long-time viewer. It's so fun. This guy's named Sinay. He actually made my first banner on my channel. I didn't know. Look, I told you, even now, I'm not the most technically savvy guy. I've been learning how to edit, do things over time and get better and better edit. God bless all of you guys for clicking on my videos. I'm still trying to get better at thumbnails. I still don't know how to do them great like other people, but I'm just trying to get better every day. But, I eventually made my own banner for my channel and things of that nature, but it still isn't great, right? But this guy, he just reached out and made my first one, Sinay. But he came and said, another reason why I made the title of this show, he said, can we just not judge? I don't know. And I'm like, judge? What is he talking about? Then he says, out of sadness or whatever. He says, I really dislike Andrew Tate, Roma Army, which I have no idea who that is, and other gentlemen's clubs whom all suggested women should be where their place is at. I was like, okay. He says, which is connected to conservatism and religions, which I really, really hate both. He says, I live with a companion dog too, and I love it. No problem with that. He says, I won't start calling names to women who want to live their life as they want. I'm like, what is this guy talking about? I don't remember myself calling no women no bees or hoes or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? He says, it's their choice. And since you know this, you have the choice too, to be a part of the game or not. He said, there's no need to call names and try to put women back in the kitchen, which I have no idea what he's talking about. And besides the kids or whatever, because I think I said I didn't want kids. He says, I understand your opinion, but sharing it with that specific name calling in the title just strengthens the Christian conservatives BS narrative, which I just can't stand, which I can't lie. What I laugh about Sinay is some guys just stretch to put whatever they don't like in a paragraph. Where is Christian conservative narrative coming from? You know what I'm saying? What are you even talking about? Bro, just because you don't like Christianity or whatever religion you don't like, you can't just fit that into every argument, bro. This show that I just did ain't got nothing to do with nothing, no type of religious topic. None whatsoever. That's just you trying to force that into somewhere. So I'm going to just read what I said to him because I wrote him a lot. I said, hey, old friend, good to know you're still alive and well, because I don't hear from this guy very often. Like I said, I hear from him every several months. I said, first of all, the title isn't name calling. I said, it describes a real segment of women who intentionally deceive men by targeting their finances. That ain't calling a woman out of name. That's a literal term. That's a coined term for women who target men's finances. Gold digger. I wasn't on the video saying bees and hoes. Now, if I had to start just all these bees and hoes out here, blah, 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 then you could say I'm maybe name calling, but that wasn't the case. I said, I never said anything in the video about women standing in their place or the kitchen. once again, there's somebody projecting something on me that I did not say. I said, and once again, a lot of times I tell you, people don't even listen to my whole videos. They'll listen to 2 seconds of it and make their decision. But I said, this show is based on me helping my viewers who have less experience than me with the doll life as well as human relationships. I said, I also said in the video, it's not all women, but some women. I said, you probably didn't watch long enough to hear that. See, a lot of people don't listen. I said, I love you, old friend, but you should know I tell it like it is on this channel, and I don't bite my tongue for viewers. Sorry. Look, bro, I don't act around here. You know what I'm saying? It's some YouTube channels, all they do is skits. They literally are acting. They're giving you what they think you want, you know? Then you got some people who claim to be a show like mine who are intentionally trying to tell you what they think you want to hear. Well, I tell you, man, I'm gonna take if out of it. When this channel becomes successful, well, it's gonna be a bit different than a lot of other channels because I'm not trying to play my flute to try to please. I'm telling you like it is, and guess what? People can take it or leave it. But I'm really not out here fishing for views. You know, I want all my videos to be seen, but I'm not trying to do things to cause that. I'm just telling you real life stuff, my opinions on life and things of that nature. And guess what? When God is ready for this channel to explode, it will explode despite, you know, whatever may try to stop me. But I'm not finna do no tapping and song and dance trying to draw people in. No. I'm gonna tell you the real life stuff. And if you can't handle it, I'm sorry. And I'll get to that more in the statement. But I said, I'm telling the truth, and sometimes the truth hurts. That was almost gonna be the title of the show. I said I do shows based on my spirit, and right now I have many more stories to report on. So, baby, if you don't like the truth that I'm telling, some of you really ain't finna be liking it. I said, all I can say is this channel is for the strong-minded, baby. This is for the strong-minded individuals. Shouts out to the Dog King Army team members that support me every month. God bless you if you're a Dog King Army team member. And thank you for all my great viewers that have stuck by me by my side as well. I just threw that little tidbit in. But yeah, this channel is for the strong-minded. You know, if you're weak-minded and you know, and you can't take strong conversation, this ain't the place for you. If you're somebody who likes community trophies, you know, if you like participation trophies and stuff, you know, this ain't the place for you. I'm sorry. You know, because it ain't no participation trophies out here. We don't hold your hand on this channel. You know what I'm saying? Look, this ain't what this channel about. We're gonna tell you the real deal around here. Either you can handle it or you can't. Put your big boy pants on. Hey, look, brother, and put your pants on. It's time to go to work. But if you can't handle it, hey, get the hell out. Because I always say, for every person to leave, it's gonna be 1,000 more of the right viewers to come. So just know that if you do leave, it's gonna be 100,000 replacing you. Because, and you know what? I've always said, as the weak start getting weeded out, and this channel is, no matter how big the number gets, 10,000, 50,000, 100,000, 1 million, I'm gonna have 1 million of the strongest soldiers ever on this channel. Ain't gonna be none of these weak bellies. And I'm not saying you're a weak belly, but if you think you're a weak belly, get the hell out. Because it's gonna be more strong stuff coming at you. So I said it's for people who can handle the truth. You know what I'm saying? It may be like a few good men. Some people can't handle the truth. I says, I appreciate you, so hopefully you will stick around. But I will never waver from being honest with my viewers, no matter who stays or who leaves. God bless, my friend. No. You won't get somebody that's finna run away from the truth. You know what I'm saying? And like I told you, with all the points I made, I guarantee you, unless it's a woman that's an actual gold digger, or it's a woman that's actually doing some of these abusive things, it ain't no good woman out here that's saying, you know what, he wrong about what he's saying. No, they are not saying that. Any woman worth her salt that's treating her man right, they got the right mentality. If anything, she may be like, well, he talking about gold diggers. I don't really want to hear about this right now. But yeah, I do know they are out there. I do know it's women out there that's going to abuse and try to, and look, women know, they know it's other women out there that won't like you if you're too good to them. And hell, even good women will still say that. Even a good woman will be like, well, I ain't gonna lie, I hate when my man get a little too good. So it's almost hardly no winning. You know, you still gonna have to have a bit of an edge when you're dealing with a human woman more times than not. So everything that I said, like I say, a lot of it, most of this knowledge came from the footsteps of listening to these damn women, whether it was my girlfriend, family members, or somebody I just ran across. Because let me tell you something. A lot of men, they run their damn mouth too much when you sitting around women. When you sitting around a group of women, I'm going to tell you, the best thing for you to do is act like you don't hear a damn thing and listen to everything. And boy, I've done that a million times. And that's why I know what I know. These women ain't finna disagree with me. They know I'm telling the truth. So with all that said, I'm going back to what I said at the beginning. If you can't handle the pressure around here, tough titty. Because my resolve has never been stronger. I'll say it again and again. Either way, let me see. Jane Max, great work, Jay. Keep it up. The Black Woman says, oh, they need to make a Judy doll. And I didn't know who he was talking about. He says Judy from Cyberpunk 2077. Right, man. I still don't know a damn thing about Cyberpunk. I do know that they got a Lucy doll from Cyberpunk, but I think she's from the anime and she's not on the actual game, if I'm not mistaken. Or it's vice versa. Either she's on the game and not the anime, or she's on the anime and not the game. One of the two. But I don't know anything about Cyberpunk. I said that I did want to learn more about it, even play the game one day, but I never have with either. But before long, like I say, Game Lady, man, they're in a niche department. They're going to have damn near every girl you can think of in a couple of years. Funky Butt Loving says, yo, where am I? Oh, he says, where am I? This pop up on my page. You in the right place, I guess, Funky. He says, it's good to have self-esteem because feeling less than makes people do a lot of bad stuff. But yeah, don't like cock. Right. I'm glad you said that. So he was basically commenting on what I said about women. I'm fine with a woman waking up every day saying, ooh, girl, you look good. Or, you know, I'm fine with a woman pumping self-esteem into herself. Because honestly, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to wake up, say you look good, so you can have some confidence. But when you go online, I'm a 10 out of 10. I'm the finest thing walking. Yeah, my number 2 don't stink and all this other crap. That's when you start going too far and you start making yourself not look as good, because the more you say I'm the finest thing walking, what women don't know is just the more dudes looking at your picture. Even if you see a lot of likes, believe me, even with the likes, it's dudes looking at your picture like, nah, I don't like this, and this. Nah, you ain't a 10 here. You ain't a 10 here. Matter of fact, I don't even like you as good as I would have liked you. So I'm with you, Funky Bud Loving. I like a little confidence. I don't like the arrogance. He says most of being hot is personality, and yeah, nobody does themselves favors being arrogant. I disagree a little bit, but I also agree a lot of it. When you first see a woman, you're going to be attracted with your eyes. Hey, does she got what you're looking for? But to his point, a less attractive woman can look a lot better with a great it has happened to me a million times. And a super fine woman can get not as fine very quick. You know, I remember I was at a Grizzly game one time. It was this fine girl walking down the stairs. I said something to her, and, you know, you ain't got to give me the number, nothing like that, but I think I might have just said, hello. And she was just like, I'm so fine, you ain't supposed to speak to me. I was like, what? she instantly went down to like a 5. She was probably 11 before I said, but when she said, it just made her look so funky. Like, bruh, you ain't all that. Get out of here. So women don't understand. Cut out the 10 for 10 stuff. Cut out the I'm super damn fine stuff online. You can say you look good to yourself to build your confidence up, but you're going to look worse to most men the more you brag. Slam Newton says, Jay, do you ever hit the dogs? Oh, there you go. I think you've been here before, so you should know that I don't make love to my dogs. And if you didn't know, sorry for you not knowing, but I don't get physical with my girls. They're just here for my companionship, sitting next to me and enjoying time. SEB7, what's going on, Dog King? What up, SEB7, Dog King Army team member, and a long-term Dog King Army team member, one of my first members. If you ever want to be a Dog King Army team member, you can join on the front page of my YouTube channel. Like I said, it's not a whole million perks that you get. The main thing I really do is try to answer your questions first. That's the main thing. And I give you shots out. You know, I always say shots out to my Dog King Army team member. And if you ever show up on live streams, I'm calling your name out. Sometimes I just go through the list and call names out. That's another perk. You know, if something special is happening, a lot of times I would send a community post or something, even though I haven't done that in a while. Another thing you can do, and I ain't gonna lie, I have been bad about this, probably over the last few weeks, and I need to get back at it, I have a Discord for my Dog King Army team members. And Heavy Metal, if you post it, I'm gonna try to check that tonight or in the morning, because right now he's my guy. He's a Dog King Army team member, and he's really been the only guy that's been active in there with me. I'm gonna reshare the link to the Discord for my Dog King Army team members to be able to go in there, share pictures and talk and things of that nature. And I am going to be a little bit more active. I've been dealing with a little bit of real life stuff and just busy with the show. And I have actually not been in there recently. So I need to go back in there and check in with my guy, Heavy Metal, and whoever else pays a visit. But happy to have you, Dog King Army team member SEB7 in the house. The Black Swordsman says, Lucy is from Edge Runners. Oh, yeah. That's from that. It's Cyberpunk Edge Runners or something like that. Cyberpunk, though. It's still Cyberpunk. Yeah, Edge Runners. Oh, so that's the anime then. That's the anime. That's not the video game. Because 2077 is the video game. I was sort of surprised that she wouldn't be in both of them, though. You know? I was sort of surprised at that she wouldn't be in both of them, because I actually looked up the characters for both of those games, and I was like, damn, she ain't in the game. They had some different people that was in the game that was from the anime, so that was sort of crazy. So with all that said, with my guy, it was First and Last who said that the show is normally 2 hours. I mean, normally more than 1 hour, and once again, we're over the second hour, so he was right again. Because he said the Dog King power hours, like the Dog King power hours. So it's funny. Once again, between answering questions and looking at the comments, it's usually about this time, 1 hour and 40 minutes to 2.5 hours. But guess what? It's fun. It's a fun-filled time. I hope you guys have enjoyed yourself. Panny, my female that stopped in, she didn't have anything to say about my female comments on my videos. So, look, she just let it all stand, which is all good, but it's good that she did stop by. But like I said, I love you all. I appreciate you all. I tell you that. I appreciate you for your time, whether you're watching my videos or watching the live streams. I appreciate you all. Wherever you are, all over the world, thank you. God bless you. But this isn't a channel that's going to try to people please. This is a channel that's going to tell you what you need to hear. You know, hopefully I can entertain you. You know, hopefully I can give you some education. Hopefully we can grow together and have a lot of fun. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to try to tell you something to pacify you if it's not true, right? If it's not true. And men out here, especially if you're doing very well, you do need to be aware of the gold diggers. You need to be aware of these women that want to be, treated bad, as far as want to tell you they like you when you treat them bad. Guess what? that's probably not the woman you're going to want to end up with. No. Now I did say every woman damn near got a little bit of that in them, where most women just don't want a complete goody two shoes. They don't want a man to cheat on them and do them wrong, but it's just something about the man they want to be a little bit edgy. So that's going to exist pretty much with every human woman, but most human women know what's going too far. They know the gold digging, that's a negative. They know that taking the, I want a guy that don't just straight up don't like me. You know, most women that are good women, they ain't with all that foolishness, you know. They ain't with all that foolishness. So I haven't said anything wrong in these videos. And like I said, I would not be intimidated or off of any of my points. You know, I'm going to come to you real live and let you dissect it after that. And I'm letting you know, if you did have a problem with any of these videos, boy, you going to really hate tomorrow's video. You're going to hate Thursday's video. I guarantee you, because, hey, once again, I got more stories to talk about. So I'm still going to be talking about new innovations, new companies. I got so much to talk about. But what happened was I had to clean out the my inventory because it was getting full of all these stories. And I'm like, damn, I need to talk about some of these stories while they're still relevant, you know? So that's what this is too. Some of these stories are hitting me so quick. Hell, if I don't talk about them, I'll be talking about an old story 6 months from now. And so I'm already several days behind on a lot of these stories. So you're going to enjoy them though, because I think they're funny. But like I say, it's still more doll innovations to come. It's still more doll psychology to come. I still got reviews coming up. So it's a lot coming up on this show. I appreciate you for being here. We want to thank you for your time. It's the most precious commodity you have in this world, whether you've been looking at it live, whether you're looking at the replay. We appreciate you for all that you bring to the table. We want to send God's blessings over your life, whatever you're wishing for, hoping for, believing for. Health, finances, new relationship, synthetic or human. We don't care what it is. We pray that you have it. We ask you believe it and then receive it. Once again, if you ever want to donate to the show, there's several ways. PayPal, Cash App, and About section in the description of my videos. You can donate, super chat, super sticker, during live streams, super thanks on individual videos. You can decide to get a companion doll right through the show, a real doll or any other great doll from the description of the videos or the About section of the YouTube channel. You can say, guess what? I want to buy something from Amazon. Go through the show. You can click on my link, you know, have your phone, go through the link on my About section or the description of my videos. And you can use the Amazon link, you know, and buy something just to support the show and keep us going, rolling, to continue to help people out there. But with all that said, we love you. We appreciate you. Thank you for your time. Have a great Wednesday. Look, we got plenty more great shows for you. And as long as God blesses these lights to be on, we're going to be having a show for you. And guess what? He is going to bless these lights to be on, you know. As a matter of fact, baby, you know, with the great support of you guys out there, you know, we're going to bring you bigger and better things all the way into the future. But as of right now, God bless you. Have a good one. We finna get out of here. Let me see. Jane Max says, great work, Jay. Keep it up. Thank you, Jane Max. And like I say, all of you, thank you for your contributions, Christopher, tonight. I appreciate you. Man, hold on. Before I go, it is somebody else I want to shout out. I always want to shout out my guy Steve O, DAS, people who always contributed. And I actually had a good friend, man, who actually donated to the show. I mean, in real life, he stopped by my house recently, and he sort of heard about, you know, and you know me, guys, I'm always confident about what God's doing in my life. I was just telling him how, man, you know, I can't lie, I'm at the pretty much end of my finances, and I said, man, I'm not worried. I said, God is, you know, going to make a way happen. And he actually gave me a donation. So I was like, man, I didn't ask him for that though, you know. So that's how God does. He works through you guys. You know, he really works through you. For you donating sometimes, he actually works through you. And for him to move my friend, you know, that actually helped, you know. So I can definitely say the lights will be on for another month. I can definitely say that with all confidence. And that just makes me happy is that, hey, I got lights and on for another month. And let's see. I'm looking for this. Wait a minute, man. Somebody donated, and I'm trying to figure out who it was. Okay. It was Studio 619. So they recently gave me a donation. So thank you, Studio 619. If you get to this far in this live stream, I appreciate you. And like I say, everybody that contributes, love you. Thank you. Have a good one. And glad you were here to enjoy the show. But as of right now, me, JayDollKingHefner, and the beautiful Saima Renee Uzumaki, we are out. We still do got the beautiful Himawari over there too, keeping me company every night, laying down in the bed. And I know some of you probably seeing her like, hey man, she still ain't changed yet. Well, she's been in the bed for damn near a month. And it's a project I've been working on. And so I really haven't been wanting to change this shirt. And it's really not hurting anything. You know, it's just a white shirt on her. So she's full silicone without a gel butt. I moved her around and powdered her. I'm like, this girl is doing great. So don't get worried about her. She's just fine. And she will be changing clothes in the future. But other than that, have a good one. God bless. And we are fencing to get the hell up out. We fencing to get the hell up out of chill right now. God bless and have a good one, guys. We out of here.